A teacher allegedly told black students to pick cotton and wear shackles during a lesson. Here we go. A white teacher in Rochester, New York, is under fire for allegations telling his class of mostly black seventh graders to pick seeds out of cotton and to put on shackles during a social studies lesson about slavery. Okay, this is my first question. How is it that CRT is wrong, but this is okay? How can y'all get away with this, but we can't teach about the things that actually happen and how people are marginalized and how the effects of slavery, the things that have happened because of it. You know what I mean? Like how is this an okay thing to do? So Patrick Roche allegedly taught the lesson about slavery and how cotton is processed at the School of Arts. He gave the whole class cotton, and we were made to pick out the cotton seeds, he said. Better clean it right, boy, student Jamiri O'Neill told the outlet. We were all shocked. We were just surprised that he would give us cotton and we didn't know what to do, he added. It made me feel bad to be a black person. His classmate, Janessa Brown, said that he pushed back against the assignment. I immediately was like, "Oh, I'm not doing that." And he was like, "Do it. Do it. It's for a good grade." Roush has been put on paid leave while the district investigates the allegation, the outlet reported. I immediately was like, "Oh, um, let's see." It also says the two students' mothers said that their kids told them that Roush, who allegedly referred to himself as Massa, let white kids refuse to take part in the activity, but did not allow their black counterparts to opt out. Precious Tross, Janace's mom, posted about the incident on Facebook and included a photo of the cotton the girl took home from school. She's traumatized and feels belittled. He made a mockery out of slavery. How dare you, said Tross, who also goes by Precious Morris. I don't have a problem with you teaching our kids about slavery and what our ancestors went through and how they had to deal with that, she said. Our teachers back in the day told us that, but they didn't bring cotton and make you pick cotton seeds out of cotton. And you got the audacity to put the instructions on the board for them, Tross added. Jameer's mom, by Melia Ross O'Neill, said she initially didn't believe it when he told her he picked cotton in school. But then she came across Tross's shocking Facebook post. Ramos O'Neill also said that her son told her that Rosh had allegedly used slurs referring to his developmental disability. I have fought all along for Jahir to be included in everything his peers are, and this man degraded him, insulted him, and made him not want to be black. I was in shock. The two children also told their mothers that Rosh had made black students wear handcuffs and leg shackles earlier in the year, and that when they failed to wiggle out of them, he allegedly said, "It's okay, your ancestors couldn't either." Roush also reportedly threatened to send Janessa to the principal's office or to the school counselor if she refused to put on the restraining devices. I'm a very, very angry parent, and I'm going to stand on all 10 of my toes until I get justice, said Tross, who is considering legal action against the teachers and the school district. The parents are calling for Rosh to be axed and for his teaching license to be revoked. Principal Kelly Nicastro told parents in a letter that school officials take these allegations very seriously, and in a statement from the school board called them extremely troubling. In a district of black and brown students, it is important to be sensitive of the historical framework which our students are engaging and learning, board president Cynthia Elliott said. When reached for comment by WXXI News, Roush said no comment. Oh no, don't shut up now. You done talked and had a whole lot to say during the school year. Don't you shut your mouth now. I need you to speak up and speak up quickly, because I'm about to come to the house. Okay. Rochester Teachers Association President Adam Urbanski said he's aware of the matter, but was very weary of jumping to any conclusions until the probe is completed. What conclusion do you need, bruh? Like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna finish this and then I'm about to give y'all my whole what the hell. Cause what the hell? While we believe very strongly in due process and the right to existing lawful protocol, we do not defend the indefensible. If someone departs from what they should be doing, they should suffer the consequences. But due process has to be allowed first. Roush appears to have a history of alternative teaching methods, according to WXXI, which reported about a program he led called Rochester Matters in the late 2000s. The premise behind Rochester Matters is that children are most engaged and apt to learn when they can connect to topics and issues that they are studying in school and with their own life experiences. He wrote in a guest essay for the Democratic Chronicle, the Democrat Chronicle in 2007. Okay, I got a question. My question is, from his post, from what he just said, the premise behind Rochester Matters is that children are most engaged and apt to learn when they can connect to the topics and issues they are studying in their school and to their own life experiences. This makes me wonder, what other things did this man do? Like when everything happened with oh, I can't breathe. What's his name? Come on, y'all. Tell me the man's name. George Floyd. When everything happened with George Floyd, what was his teaching then? How did he use that experience to teach black kids? Did he have kids lay down and put his knee in their back? Did he, you know what I'm saying? Like this is really troubling because it seems like when we want to teach our kids about what really happened, like, I don't know if y'all know this, but when they teach about slavery in California, because that's where I grew up. When they teach about slavery in California, it's like 2 books. I mean, not even slavery, just black history, period. It's like 2 chapters in the book. You're going to get Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, W.E.B. Du Bois. We came over on the ship and it started at Cape Hope and then it got here. And that's it. That's all they teach you. Oh, and then they add in, I said Dr. Martin Luther King. That's it. That's all they teach you. But I can guarantee you right now, I know so much about Pueblo houses. I know everything about Mexican American history because of California, right? Now, I've also gone to school in Ohio. I don't ever remember learning anything about Black history or history, period, in Ohio. I just don't. I don't. And then when I came here thinking that I was in the South, I would get more information. I can't say that I got a better plethora of information. Which really hurt me, though, was that when my little brother, who never lived in Georgia, he's only lived in California and Texas, when he came to visit us here in Atlanta and we took him to the Martin Luther King exhibit, the first thing out of my brother's mouth, he looked at my mother and said to her, "Dang, I didn't know white people hated black folks like that." And it's because y'all so freaking sensitive because we talking about your grandma and grandpa. And so you don't want to bring it up. And you don't want to talk about the atrocities and the ugliness because of how bad it makes you feel as a person. I got this question. How bad do you think it makes the kids feel having to listen to it? I mean, we feel just as bad, but we deal with it because we don't want this to happen again. The same, and don't tell me that, oh, it'll never happen again. That was in the past, because Roe versus Wade. And if you don't understand what I mean, that was in the past. We already answered that question. Do we feel as though women should have the right to decide what to do with their bodies? Yes, we've already made that decision. Why the hell are we going back and trying to decide whether or not we need to make this decision again? And if that's up on the chopping block, well, who says that in 50 or 60 years, asking whether or not black people should be 3/5 of a person comes back up on the chopping block? Am I the crazy one? Because these are the things that we don't talk about. We don't talk about the fact that white people used to make furniture out of us. And right now, if you go into certain white people's houses, I guarantee you there's a chair with your ancestors' hair and everything else in it. They made chairs and couches and crap out of our skins. Okay? George Washington's teeth. They always talk about how he had wooden teeth. He did not have wooden teeth. They pulled teeth out of slaves' mouths and made that man dentures. Okay? He was wearing slaves' teeth. Okay? What they used to do was they had different things like torture devices. They would put these balls in our mouth and open them until it cracked our people's jaws. Let's not even talk about Willie Lynch and everything that he did. You know what I mean? So the fact that we don't want to talk about Black history and in America, because slavery is the interruption of Black history. Slavery is not the beginning of Black history. We talk about how we were kings and queens, but we don't talk about where we were kings and queens of. You know what I'm saying? 100 years before Hitler was even the Führer of Germany, there was a Black man that was Führer of Germany. France had a Black leader. Y'all got to understand that if we don't teach our kids these things, these white folks, these school systems, they're going to teach our kids whatever they want them to know. If you go into a Texas book right now, I saw this. There's a Texas book right now, a history book. It doesn't say that we were kidnapped and brought over here, that we were slaves. It said that we immigrated, that we migrated from Africa. The fuck? That's my one cuss word for the week. But tell me, explain this to me. Your kids don't learn about Mansa Musa, the richest man in the world. But we learn so much about the Romans. We learn so much about the Greeks. We learn all about they guy. I can tell you all about Persephone. I can tell you about Zeus. I can tell you about Perseus and all these other Greek gods, right? But we don't know anything about our African gods. This is irritating to me. This is problematic to me. As a parent, I promise you, I would find a way to audit this man's class. Every time my kid was at this class, I would have to be in this class. I want you to teach that with me sitting in the class. Please put shackles on these Black kids while me, as a Black parent, is sitting in the back. I want you to. I swear for everything holy, have that same energy. Do it, please. I want you to. I want you to hand out cotton to every Black kid and skip over the white kids. I want you to. Please do, while I'm auditing this class. Because I'm going to be here every single day. I don't give a damn. I tell my boss, hey, I quit because I'm going to be in this class. This is exactly why you have to ask your kids at the end of the day, how was school today? What happened? I asked my kid one day, how was school today? He said, there was a fight at school. Really? I said, what did you do? He said, I was just sitting there because I was like, this don't make no sense. I said, let me know what kind of kid I got. But this is absolutely ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Samu said, speak on this, sis. He said, speak on this, sis. I promise you, this is almost bringing me to tears because I can only imagine how these kids felt. And I absolutely applaud the kids who stood up and had enough sense to say, I'm not doing this. Send me to I want to go to the principal. Please bring the principal in here and tell him about this. Did the principal mark this? Is every other class doing this today? Is this what we doing today? Look, we was not allowed to have phones at school. This is one of them times where I believe you should have a phone at school. I would have loved for this kid to go live. I would have loved the kids to go live and been like, look what the teacher making us do, please. Is there a parent that's available that can come to school right now and see that this man, what was the shackles made out of? What was the shackles made out of? Was it paper shackles? Did he make paper shackles? Did he bring in What was the shackles made out of? And how how do we make this right for the kids? Because just saying sorry, sending a letter home, that's not good enough. That's not enough. And then whoever said he needs his teacher license taken away, I absolutely agree. Because see, this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand or realize. Teachers can get fired from their district and just go to another district and still be a teacher. Same thing with police officers. Police officers can get fired from their precinct or their district, but they can go be a police officer somewhere else. We got to fix this, y'all. This is beyond ridiculous. And the fact that this ain't the first time that he did this and he done got away with it before. This is stupid. This is freaking stupid. Samu said it's okay to talk about the atrocities of our people, but not able to talk about them and their nefarious actions. This is hypocritical America. We have to look out for our own, no matter the age. Yeah. And it's gonna get to the point, like, I ain't gonna front. If I had, like, not if, when I have money, I'm gonna hire somebody with a doctorate and just tell them come to the house and teach my kids myself. I can't teach them. I don't have enough patience. I'm a foundation person. We can ABC 1, 2, 3, red, blue, yellow, up, down, left, right. And after that, I'm gonna need a teacher that went to school to know how to get you to do this. Because I swear to God, I'm Johnny had 5 apples. You know this. Johnny had 5 apples. Plus 2 more apples. How many apples does Johnny have? 8. What? Shut up. All right, y'all. Look, we about to go ahead and go to a break so that we can get everything ready for our guest. That's right in the building. We've got Hopi Love and Carmen Clef, and we are about to talk to them about some great music that they have. And we're also gonna play a game. Y'all know I love the games. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.